Hi Charles. Thanks for your feedback on the first concept, and I'm absolutely thrilled that you like the design and that we're kind of on track. So I've just been playing with the model, and I wanted to sort of run a few things by you really before I go any further. And obviously the comment about this bit, I hadn't realised that I hadn't kind of appreciated the kind of slidey door mechanism on the front here, and obviously that does have a bit of an impact with drains and things at the back here, and I think it's the what is it? It's not the water, that's the gas over there. It's the soil under there. Anyway, what I've done is kind of just projected this driveway bit here that I've got laid out so that I can sort of see in my own mind how that works. I'm just sort of playing around with how much that obscure things, and I guess it means that we've got kind of two gardens here, one when the gate's open and one's when the gate's closed. I don't know how often you have the gates just sitting open, or if I'm guessing because they're automatic that you always have them shut, and so the opening of them is just when you're coming in and out. It's not that it's sitting open. I'm sort of guessing. But it is an interesting dilemma because it does kind of cut the design sort of through here, and I'm thinking there's not really much point continuing the theme with these slate panels going out and past here if this is going to be a kind of utility area. I see you've already got kind of slabs down there and it's raised up, and it would really make sense not to tamper with that, I think, in hindsight. So I know your latest email, Tina, you said you thought perhaps we could work around those manhole covers and what have you. But obviously this tree is definitely an issue here, and I need to just rethink this. So this is what I was looking at. I was sort of thinking that we would move the tree into the corner. I'm just going to do it here for you so that you can see how things change around. So what I'd like to do is shift this guy and take him up into the corner. Now obviously that means that it interferes with that raised bed, but I was thinking about how much we've got going on here and whether we actually need that raised bed after all. In fact, I was looking at the raised beds, both of them, and you can see here I've actually sort of hidden and taken away the raised bed here just to see in my mind what it would look like if we kept planting at ground level. So I want to run this by you. In my mind, I feel that this raised bed here is actually quite important and I'd like to keep it. So I'm going to pop that one back in if you agree. But I think this one in the corner, given that I want to move that tree, I think this raised bed we could actually kind of do without and sort of bring that to the ground. Bring this to the ground. This obviously needs quite a lot of work, but this is just quickly for demonstration purposes. If we take him out and just make this a flat area of planting, I'm just going to take... needs playing with because it's not completely level, but just to give you an idea, we've still got the height from the little box hedge in here, and in fact if we take the raised bed out I'd actually bring that height of the hedging up just to kind of counterbalance that we've sort of missing that stepped effect. But that now, if I just sort of pull back out of there and have a look, there we go. This now still balances for me, so I'm happy to sort of move the tree that obviously isn't going to work here, move it into the corner and move this one along. If we can still keep the three on this side, I think that kind of works, and I'll put the raised bed back in here. Then I'm kind of happy with that. And what I was thinking is that I would take out these slate effect panels here, take these out and actually just draw it in as you've got it with the kind of utility paving that you've already got. I think that's my mistake because I'm pretty sure, oh, it leaves a shadow at the moment, but I'd sort that out. I'm pretty sure you did say originally that you were thinking of this area as a kind of storage area. So I'm happy with that. If this is just kind of tidied up and left how it is, but kind of all neatened up, and then we could even build, you know, like a sort of structure on here, a sort of shed structure or what have you. I'd make this bed, this bed here is going to be with tall grasses and things. So you'd have enough room to access and walk around. And that sort of planting would kind of do a good job of sort of screening the area. And I kind of like how the 3 placed box balls kind of, you know, make a full stop to the end of the gate there. So, you know, I just wanted your input onto that. Hi darling, sorry, it's just my daughter coming in. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. Also, I just wanted to make sure that we've got enough area left for obviously those plants and shrubs that you want to keep in this corner. And I was wondering if this whole thing needs to actually shift along a little bit. Maybe the wall and the sort of seating area needs to come over to the left a little bit, and be sort of more centralised on this back boundary. And if that is the case, then certainly I think taking out that raised bed at the back there on this corner sort of helps. So at the moment, let me have a quick measure on here to see what I've got. I've got roughly, yeah, you see that's just over a metre 16 before the wall. So that's probably not quite enough allowance for those shrubs and things that we've already got in place. So let's have a look from overhead again. Yeah, I think it would make sense to move this wall over slightly, move all these elements over slightly, keep this hedge, lose the raised bed, keep this as mainly predominantly storage area, keep the raised bed around here, and everything else kind of as is. What I could do actually to make this flow a bit better, if we're losing this, is just create a few more of these stones kind of disappearing off so that the whole thing connects a little bit more. It's a little bit hard to do it on sort of live as I'm talking, but you get the idea. I might just kind of space these ones out a little bit more so that it's kind of leading out that way. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. I don't want to make too many changes until I've got your input into that. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Okay, thanks Tina. Bye for now.